Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Brew Gentleman out of Braddock, Pennsylvania. I was just up in Pittsburgh last weekend, so I scooped up a couple growlers from these guys, things that I haven't reviewed yet. This one specifically is something that actually just came out, so there's no way I could have reviewed it before. So this beer that I'm going to be reviewing today, I'll actually just take the tag off, it'll be easier. It's called Lou. So what this is they actually, there's other breweries in the U.S. that do this, but not a ton. But I don't know how they're selected, but Brew Gentleman's been selected, I think, since they started doing it, which is kind of cool. Only the last couple of years, so they were selected, like, right after they became a brewery, pretty much. But what it is it's for sorry, it's for charity for ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, so that's why this is called Lou. And what they do is they create a proprietary blend of different hops, and then they donate those hops to these breweries, and then most of the breweries like make an IPA or some sort of hoppy beer that's made just with those hops, just with that hop blend. And then, a lot of times, to give even more money to the charity, the breweries will donate like $1 for every draft or $2 for every growler fill or something like that, towards the cause. So I always, any Brew Gentleman beer I want to drink, but anything that's good for charity, especially something like that, I'm always willing to support. So, but anyways, this is 2018. This is the third run of this, I believe. That really makes me think. So, if this comes out right at the exact same time every year, I'll have to look. I definitely would have had the one last year because it was before I moved down here, but I'm almost positive I've had all of the other ones. I know I had the first two. If there was a third one in there and this is the fourth one, I might have missed that one, but I'm pretty sure I've had all of them. They've all been pretty unique. Definitely different than most of their other IPAs, at least in my opinion. Because I would say that it's not necessarily... It's not bad, but it's a hop profile that they might not have came up with on their own. They're using what they're given. So, I unfortunately don't remember what was in this, but I know it was... I think it was like Enigma, Mosaic, and then like a bunch of... That's usually what it is, like a blend of a couple well-known hops and then a bunch of experimental ones. So realistically, like, you would never really know what the true blend was. So, anyways, I don't know if you saw when I put the card up there, but it is a double IPA, 8%. So, crack this open and see what we got. Again, it has that Brew Gentleman very, very silent hiss, which makes people think, I think sometimes that it's flat, but I have pretty large confidence this is going to pour perfectly, like their stuff always does. And it does not disappoint. It's pretty much a picture-perfect pour, carbonation level. I wouldn't expect anything less from these guys because everything they do is lights out. So as you can see, this is their stuff's all their IPAs are almost all hazy. This one's really, really, really hazy. This definitely looks like street juice. As you can see, it's like a darker golden color with about a finger's worth of white head. So I was a little worried about transporting this in my car all the way down here because it is the summer. But I kept it as in the best conditions I could possibly keep it. So I'm hoping it's still good. I'm sure it is. Their stuff tends to travel well, in my opinion, from stuff that people have sent me from up there since living down here. So The aroma is like really big pineapple. It's a little like earthy green character, and I'd say even like a small bit of like cantaloupe melon note. There's really like no sign of malt in this at all, and I might even get like a very small hint of alcohol in it too. Oh yeah, that's crazy to me because I actually had this at the brewery, but I want to do a proper review of it, especially since it's a one-off thing and they're not going to make it again. And I liked it a good bit at the brewery, but it wasn't like one of my favorite IPAs of theirs. But I feel like this is even better. This is significantly better even than what I had at the brewery. This is really like if you took a like one of those carnival game spin wheels that have all the little sections in it and you see what it lands on. I feel like you could spin that for this beer and it would land on something, and that might be the note that you get in that drink. Like, there's so much going on in this for an IPA. There's a little bit of a dank character, slight citrusy, orangey notes. Like I said, that the pineapple character's there. It's not so much like super tropical like passion fruit mango. I wouldn't go to that realm. And then there's a little bit of like the melon character too. And so I mean it's a pretty big plethora of different types of hop flavors. But the body is absolutely spot on. But I mean that's every one of their hoppy beers is perfect like that in my opinion. The carbonation level is perfect. The alcohol shows itself a little bit. It's I would say pretty much on the same level as their other IPA or their other double IPAs as far as how much the alcohol is present. So I wouldn't say, like, if they have one flaw in their hoppy beers, it would be that the alcohol is present a little more than some other breweries in their bigger beers. But to me, that's not really a flaw. But if I was going to pick something, that would be it. And again, like, it finishes with this light, bready, grainy malt character too, where it's not completely juice. It still tastes like beer a little bit, which, I think that's what's so great about these guys. Everything they do has balance, and all this stuff that the kind of odd things that they say in what I consider odd, that they say in there's newsletters and all that stuff about life has balance and these are the rules that we like to live by in our life and all that. Like, a lot of it I kind of blow off, but I feel like it really comes through in their beers. Like, every single one of their beers I have is just, it's balanced on every level possible. In this, like, it's supposed to showcase the hops, which it absolutely does, but there's nothing that sticks out in this beer that, like, makes me think, oh, that flavor is too strong compared to everything else. Like, it's balanced perfectly. So, again, it's obvious what my thought is on this as far as buy, drink, dump. Another absolutely lights out beer from these guys. I can't say enough about them. It's kind of a shame, that they're not packaging this stuff. I get why they don't want to. They don't want it going out in the wild and it getting old and whatever. I understand that they like to control what they're sending out there, but it is really a shame that there's some people who don't know who this brewery is yet still, because in my opinion they're top 5 in the country if you consider their whole portfolio. So yeah, I think it's a buy. Everything from them in my opinion is always a buy, but just to put it out there, this is absolutely a buy. I don't know how big of a batch they usually do with this, but I think it usually sticks around for a couple weeks. It's been on for about a week now, so if you see this within the next week or two, I would absolutely recommend trying to get it. Because it's draft only, you can get it anything decent locally. I'm sure if you put it up in any of the Pittsburgh trading forums or whatever, you'll be able to. Someone will be happy to get it filled for you for something else. So, but it won't be around long. So try to jump on it. That's my recommendation. So, yeah, that's all I got for this guy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.